Chris Harris. AMW were a good team, but I think they were forced a little bit down your throats. Glad to see they've broken up really and can go in separate ways. I think James Storm's got a good thing, and I think Harris has got a good thing on his own, so I think, yeah, he's okay. Chrissy Hammy, she's okay. She's a recognisable face, that's something, and I think she has passion, which I think passion for this business I admire, because that's what I've got. Or, not to the same extent to do that, but I'm a passionate fan, so if I see someone who I think is passionate, I'll go, okay. Eric Young, good gimmick, he's an okay wrestler, nothing wrong with him, pretty solid, and yeah, he's pretty funny as well. Full Angel, Christopher Daniels. He's awesome. Great wrestler. So crisp. So good. Can put on awesome matches. It's just, his new gimmick has really got me buzzing. It's just like, yes, that is awesome. Probably another reason why I like TNA. Just Christopher Daniels is awesome. It's ready to go and I'm ready to watch him go. Gail Kim, alright. Pretty good wrestler. Not really given a chance. Again, probably due to TNA time constraints. She was pretty good. Added a little bit to Chris Harris. I thought it was quite funny when she was teaming with Petey Williams. Petey Williams really just didn't care about her. I thought that was quite humorous. But then you've got Havoc, which is Johnny Devine, who's okay. He's filling a spot. I don't really want to see Raven's Flock version 2.98753. I'm quite happy to leave Ravens Flock in the past, but I think it's going anywhere. Elliot's already commented on. Jackie Moore, she adds a little bit to James Storm's character, nothing too much. James Mitchell, awesome, I think. Great promo colour, holds Abyss together. The only problem with turning Abyss face, I think, is then you don't have James Mitchell, who I think is the kind of stable to his character. Without James Mitchell, Abyss needs a mouthpiece, obviously. And I don't think you can do that. I mean, I hope you can get away with Sting being his mouthpiece, so I don't think I can buy that. James Storm, I think I already touched on. It's pretty good to say AMW. Jay Lethal, yeah, good wrestler. It's quite funny, but I don't think, considering being Macho Man, but I don't think it's a gimmick you want to run with, personally. Jeff Jarrett, they just start, like, pretty good wrestler, good worker, just shoved down our throats. I think that's the problem. The same with Triple H. If Triple H wasn't shoved down my throat, I wouldn't dislike him as much as I, or not. One word, because I know he's a heel, you're supposed to dislike him. But I prefer someone who doesn't. You don't need someone like that. Jeff Jarrett, I think I'd quite like him. I quite liked his hero stuff from early NWA, which was when he was battling Sex and coming over the odds, but it was just a bit silly when the Ravens group decided to just beat the crap out of him. Like, you had Sam, Perry, and all doing their finishes, and then Raven, and then Jarrett hits out, and Jarrett hits the stroke, and Raven was done. And I was like, that's not very good. It just wasn't, it was against the odds, but too much against the odds, it wasn't believable. Anyway, yeah, Jeff Jarrett's okay. I think he can be a credible main eventer, but I'd like to see him stay away from the title. Jerry Lynn, yeah, Jerry Lynn's a good wrestler. Fits in the X division, good wrestler. Enough said, really. Kaz, yeah, it's just, I don't want to see the Ravens Flock again, but he's a good wrestler. Kazarian's a good wrestler, I like him. Kevin Nash, what he's doing is funny, but it would be okay if it was to a certain proportion of the division. If he was only doing it with one guy or whatever, then it would be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But the fact at the moment that the X division is about 5, 6, 7 guys, and he's doing it with quite a lot of oil. He started out doing the PCS with 5 of them. It kind of makes a bit of a... You're okay if the division was bigger when you had something else going on, but that's just my opinion. It's funny. I find for a laugh it's funny, but for serious gimmick changes, it's a bit silly. Kip James again touched on BG. He's not anything special, but he's a name. I fancy himself. And Conan touched on Kurt Angle. Great acquisition. I don't think he's the wrestler he is, because obviously he's got a health problem. But I mean, I'd rather Kurt Angle if Kurt Angle as a name is great to have in TNA. So, you know what, Miss Kurt Angle? Go to TNA, he's there. He gets put on better matches, because he's not on the road all the time, working his ass off. So I think it's good. I think I think WWE I think Kurt Angle doesn't know exactly how to do him best, because some of his promos, I mean Kurt Angle's promos with gold in WWE, and I think now they're a bit like, hang on a second, that's my opinion anyway, I don't think they're as good as they were. Lance Hoyt, yeah, waste of time, nothing special. Master again, okay, not as good as Kazarian, but yeah, he's okay, he's worthwhile. Got back to him, funny, but the joke gets old quite quickly. And there's Brooks, yeah, it's okay, she had into Robert Root's gimmick, which is quite good. P.D. Williams, again, quite good. Quite good, no, really good wrestler. I like the fact that he's turned face. And yeah, can go for X Division and go in the X Division. Not much more, but good in there. Good wrestler. Raven, well parted in the ring, but can still deliver on the mic, and promo-wise, so it's nice to see him do something, but I think maybe link him more with Abyss and have Abyss and James Mitchell being, having two handlers. I think that might be quite interesting if you went that way. Rhino, good wrestler, good promos. I don't think he's a main event guy, but I think he's a good, credible name that's a good wrestler. I think that's cool. Robert Roode, good. I really got home Robert Roode. I thought he was a really, really good talent. I think he's a good wrestler, good promos, and I think it could go quite far. I'd like to see it pushed, and I'd like to see it a bit. I hope the story is developing, but I'd like to see him pushed a little bit more, high-profile wins, as opposed to just, I don't know, teaming with other people. But it's down to time. That's the problem. You just don't have enough time to build stories, but they try, and it's quite good. Ron Killings, yeah, he's alright. He's okay in the ring. He's pretty charismatic, but I don't really want to see him. Yeah, I'm quite happy with him not being on TV. Mojo, awesome wrestler, awesome promo, but I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. You really feel his promos off either anyway. I'm just like, yes, that is a good promo, and he's been awesome in the ring. And yeah, I think he should be under world champion at some point. I think Christian needs to hang on to it when being the sneaky heel that he is. But yeah, definitely Joe should win the belt. Scott Steiner, okay, he can do a job. I'd rather not see him. I'd rather see, instead of Scott Steiner, I think of this like it is now. You don't need to be Christian Cage's enforcer muscle, because Abyss can gain something from that stuff. But I don't think Scott Steiner's needed, but he's okay, and I like the whole, well, like I said, the Christian Cage thing, which probably lasted the duration of this entire roster thing. But yeah, I think that's quite cool. Essentially, awesome wrestler, or should I say Loki, awesome wrestler. Pretty good. Shane, like, with his ex-title run, it wasn't, or when he came back, wasn't done anything. He just didn't do anything. That's the problem. But yeah, Shane Douglas. No, Shane Douglas. He's a manager for the natural comment. Shark Boy. You've got to give it up for Sharky Futurex Chat. Great. No, one thing I would say for Shark Boy is I don't think people take him seriously over that because he comes out in a Shark Boy costume. Which is fair enough to a point. But there was one thing that really stood out for me. When Samoa Joe was going through blitzing through everyone, there was that he'd step on the computer clutch, tap out like that. Really just tap out great. What Shark Boy did, which made me really notice something about him, he looked in the clutch, and instead of tapping frantically like a drum boy, he tapped really feebly, like he was passing out, and it was a little thing, but I like little things like that, and it just made me think, yeah, you know what, you might be buying a shark suit, but you know what you're doing, you know your place is the job for that guy, and that's what you're doing, so it's good. So, I'm signing it up. Good wrestler, really good wrestler, hasn't got the chance to shine yet in TNA, but yeah, could do well. Great. But yeah, again, good gimmicks. Sting, I'm not a huge fan of Sting, probably because I was going up with the WWF as opposed to WCW. I think obviously he's okay, I respect his accomplishments. I think he's an okay wrestler. But I think with the Abyss thing, it hasn't really got conclusive, which probably isn't Sting's or Abyss's fault. It hasn't got conclusive, and the payoff is what Abyss is observing to Jim Mitchell again. I just don't think it hasn't helped Sting. It hasn't helped Abyss. Him winning the NWA World title off him by DQ didn't help him. His decisive victory was in in a triple threat match, you needed to get Sting needed to put over this in a singles match. I'm not saying this Sting didn't want to do that, I'm just saying it didn't happen, so I think it should have. Besides that, you've got Tyson Tomko as well. Oh, sorry, Tomko. Infringement. Yeah, again, he's alright. He's nothing special, but I like the whole Christian dynamic of it. That's going to probably be enough for the roster, because I've talked a little bit longer than I thought I would, and I'll go into lockdown later. Alright, bye.